Sometimes you just aren't feeling it. Welcome back to another live video, my friends. This is Troy Stone King. Thank you for watching. Hey, by the way, I've got the windows down in the back of the car, so if a loud vehicle goes by or a plane flies over, you're going to hear it. So apologies ahead of time, but it's just too warm to not have some windows down. Sometimes you just aren't feeling it. You know, I had a great weekend, wonderful time with family and friends, but I'm exhausted. I got to tell you the truth. For the past few days, I haven't slept well. I haven't felt very good. Just too much stuff going on in too short a time. Woke up this morning still really sleepy, and just not feeling it. Just not feeling it. You ever had those days where you get up and you're like, you know, I just want to go back to bed? Yeah, that's me today. That was me this morning. I just wasn't feeling it. I wanted to get back in bed. But if you follow me for very long, you'll know that there's something that I have in my life, and that's a habit of running. And I have specific days of the week where I do my runs. I run on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays as a general rule. Well, for those of you who aren't watching this necessarily live, today's a Tuesday, which means it's a running day. So this morning I got up, didn't feel it, wanted to crawl back into bed, but put on the running clothes I had laid out last night. And that's another trick we can talk about in a different video at some point. But I put on the running clothes I had laid out last night, and I told my lovely bride, because she woke up early and she wasn't feeling it either, I said, I'm not feeling it, but I'm going to go ahead and go for a run. It's a positive habit that I've established. And it's hard to break a positive habit, just like it's hard to break a negative habit. So I went to go for my run, and I was scheduled to do a 5K, which for those of you who don't run, it's 3.1 miles. 3.1 miles. Started out a little fast, didn't feel it. In fact, I felt so bad. This is ridiculous. I'm checking my watch at less than a half a mile to see how far I've gone. I got 3.1 to do, and I'm checking the watch at half a mile or less. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I don't know how this is going to happen. Don't know how I'm going to finish it. At that point, I was like, maybe I'm not doing a full 5K. Maybe I'm not doing 3 miles today. But you know what? Just kept going. And when I crossed mile 1, my watch buzzes. I didn't even pay any attention to how fast I was going. Just wanted to keep moving because, frankly, wanted it over. Got to the halfway point, which is just at mile 1.55, and almost quit there, frankly. So tired, so out of breath. Turned around to head back. Kept going, because why? Wanted to just get done with it. I just wanted it out of the way, and had said, I'd finished what I was supposed to do today, because I was tired. I was tired. You've been there, right? You do something and you're like, I just want to get this done. I don't care how it works out. Just get it off my plate. That's where I was at about halfway through. And I was tired and I was way out of breath. And I checked my pace and I'm like, hey, I'm going fairly fast here right now. And so I kind of kept an eye on the pace as I continued on. And then about mile 2, I was really wiped out. I hit 2.5, which means I have just 0.6 of a mile left. And I was done. I was done. I literally stopped running for about 3 seconds and took a walk break. But then you know what happened? Habit kicked in. Habit kicked in. And the body started running again. When I got done with that run this morning, and I checked my time, it was the fastest outside 5K I've ever done with my current Garmin watch. In fact, it's the fastest outside 5K I've probably done in a couple, 3 years. It's crazy. I wasn't feeling good before I started. I wasn't feeling good at all during the run. And yet, I got a wicked fast time out of this run. So why? What happened here? Well, let me say 3 things. First of all, the moral of the story. First of all, I don't always take action. Sometimes when I'm not feeling it, I let the not feeling it take control, and I don't do it. Sometimes I fail to act. You're the same way. So don't watch this video and go, well, Troy always acts every time he's feeling miserable. Not so much. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't. And even when I do act, it's not all sunshine and unicorns every single time. Here's the second point. If you or I only act when we feel like acting, we will quit every time. Every time. How often do you actually feel like taking the next hard step? How often do you actually feel like stepping out of your comfort zone? Brother, it's not often for me. And so if I didn't do it, every time I didn't feel like doing it, I'd never get it done. Here's the third point. And here's what saved me today. I established a good habit before the time of adversity. I established a good habit before this morning when I woke up and wasn't feeling it. I've been running now since, well, for over 6 years. And pretty consistently 3 times a week, every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Saturday, every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Saturday, every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Saturday, unless it's a race and the race is on a Sunday or there's something else going on. But Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, it's just what I do. My mind and body are trained to maintain that habit. What saved me today when I was miserable and tired and want to go back to bed was, oh, it's a running day. It's a habit. You know what this isn't? This isn't a video about running. This isn't a video about how amazing my run was today, because I didn't like it at all. It's a video about what do you do when you've made a commitment to yourself or others and times get tough. It doesn't always work out well. You don't always do what you said you were going to do. That was the first point. The second point was, if you only act when you feel good, you'll never get anywhere. You'll always fail. If I only act when I feel good, I'd fail too. I did some stuff late last night. I was tired last night. Still did it. And here's the third. You've got to have the good habits in place before you face the time of adversity. You've got to have those good habits in place before you face the time of adversity. You've got to establish the habits before you need them. And then they'll be there when the times get tough. I hope you got some value out of this video, my friends. I appreciate you watching. If you like it, hit that like button a time or two for me. I'd appreciate it very much. Feel free to comment about times that you've had challenges and you've overcome them and you've moved in the face of difficulty. Or tell me about a time when the difficulty won, because it happens to all of us. This video is public. Feel free to share it. And like all the videos, it'll be up on YouTube. Feel free to check it out there, youtube.com/Troy Stoneking. My friends, sometimes you just aren't feeling it, but you can still make it happen. Have a great rest of your day.